You have probably heard it 1,000 times. Jenkins is dead. Jenkins is outdated. And honestly, I don't completely agree. Sure, there are flashier tools out there, but when it comes to internal self service automation and custom integrations, this ecosystem is still a beast. The problem is not Jenkins itself, it's how we host it. Right now, running it on a standalone Linux server means manual patching, downtime risk, and paying compute even when no builds are running. So today we are going to migrate this legacy beast to Kubernetes. Why? There are two reasons. Self-healing. If it crashes, it restarts. And cost using ephemeral agents. Here is the configuration stack for this migration. We have helper.ml file that lets us connect to the storage to copy the existing Jenkins data and pvc.ml file to provision the storage. Most importantly, we have the values.ml which wires everything together, defines the custom PVC and setting up the ingress URL. Here is our standalone server which is running in VirtualBox. It has job, build and other configuration data. We need to get this data onto our local machine. I am using the SCP command to pull the Jenkins home directory to my local. I don't memorize every command syntax, so I quickly grab it from the ChatGPT. Let me verify the Jenkins home directory. I am executing the transfer now. This pulls all the jobs, build, configurations to my local workspace. You can see all the data is present now. Let me create the PVC. You can see it's created and it's waiting for the consumer. So now we have the data locally and we have the volume as well. But how do we copy this data to a Kubernetes persistent volume? For this, I use a migration helper pod. This is just a lightweight container that mounts the PVC. Now the migration helper pod is created. I use kubectl cp command to push the Jenkins data from local workspace into the PVC. This precedes our volume, so when the actual Jenkins pod starts, it picks up all our old data immediately. Let me get the kubectl cp command from the ChatGPT and use it. I have triggered the command. Now you can see copy is happening. It is completed now. Now helper pod is not required. Oh, let me just delete it. Now it is time to install the Jenkins. I'm using the official Jenkins Helm chart. I point it to my existing PVC in the values.ml file. First, I will install this version and will upgrade it to latest. So we will be able to test the upgrade scenario and we'll roll back to the previous version as well to test the rollback. And here is the reality of migration. It crashed. The pod is in crash loop back off. If you followed a perfect tutorial, you would be stuck here. Let me check the logs using kubectl logs. Jenkins stopped. Let me go to the top and see. Okay, failed loading plugin folders. The plugins from the Linux server are not compatible with the Jenkins version which I have installed. So let's delete the plugin folder from the volume. Since the pod is crashing, we cannot directly connect to the container using kubectl exec command. So let me check ChatGPT what else we can do. Okay, kubectl debug. This may work. Okay, I think I have to add the namespace here. Okay, still it's not able to connect to it. Let me use the migration helper pod again. Now let's delete the Jenkins pod so volume will be released and attach it to the migration helper pod. Yeah, it's now up and running. Let me access this shell. This is the path. Let's delete the plugins folder. Let me port forward to my local and check the dashboard. Credentials will be somewhere here with the helm install command. Oh, let me get this. Username is admin, password. Okay, it's not working. So let me check in ChatGPT how we can get the admin user password from the secrets. This is the command. I will decode this base 64. Yeah, it worked. Now you can see jobs are there, builds are there, and you can see the version. Okay, I think I have installed 5.8.101. And that's fine. All good now. Everything is working fine. You can see ingress also created and host is there. Now let me build as well and verify that build is working fine. Oh, it's running. Waiting for the available executor. Here you can see two new pods are getting created. It's successful. Another one also successful. Pods are getting created when we trigger the build, and it's getting terminated once the job is completed. So we can save some cost as it will get created on demand instead of running 24 into 7. Just to remind you, we removed plugins folder due to the crash loop backup issue. So if we want any other plugins we want to install, we have to do it manually. But the configurations will be present in the Jenkins. Just we have to install manually when we delete the plugins directly. Oh, you can do it if it's required. Now everything is working fine, but we are not done yet. A major reason we moved to Kubernetes is easier lifecycle management. So let's test an upgrade scenario as well. I am going to run the Helm upgrade command with the latest Helm chart version. It's done. Now let me get the pods. Yeah, now it's up and running. Let me refresh. Oh, my bad. Port forward I have to do. Yeah, now you can see Jenkins version is changed to the latest one. And we have the jobs and build data as well. So we are good. Let me trigger one build as well, just to test. This is seamless. Kubernetes spins up the new version and attach the volume to it, and it terminates the old one as well. We can track the version history using Helm history Jenkins. Let me do it. Okay, I have to mention the namespace. Yeah, now you can see two revisions are there. First one, whatever we installed, and the second one was the upgraded one. But what if the upgrade failed? In the standalone world, reverting upgrade is a nightmare. But in Kubernetes, using Helm, it's one command. Oh, now let me run the Helm rollback command. If I don't mention any version, it will revert to the previous version. So you can see roll back to the one. Okay, again crash loop back off. Most probably this is due to the same plugins issue. Let me check the logs and confirm. Yeah, you can see it's because of the plugins folder. You can follow the same approach, whatever we followed with the migration helper pod and remove the plugins. As a quick fix, I will just revert back to the revision 2. Now you can see the different revisions versions as well. Okay, previous version seems to be stuck, so it's not running it. Let me delete the Jenkins pod, so it will create a fresh one. Yeah, now you can see finally it's up and running. And there we go. We are back online. The build history is preserved, the users are migrated, and the configurations also migrated. If you take one thing away from this video, let it be this: don't panic when you see errors.